Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. I want to talk about Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle and how they have very smoothly moved on from the controversy while Sydney Sweeney is still suffering the backlash. Sydney's latest project, Americana, a film by Tony Toss, was released, I believe, on August 15th. Halsey was her co-star in the movie, and it has a lot of positive reviews from some of the people that have gone to see it. Not a lot, apparently, because the issue here is the film did really poorly. It did less than $1 million, so it performed very, very poorly. And Halsey also gave a statement telling people to get over the American Eagle ad, and basically she was trying to drum up more eyes and more interest in the film because Halsey believed that the whole backlash from American Eagle campaign was ridiculous and the film is an interesting film and people should go see it. That did not help, obviously, because the movie performed very poorly. Sydney Sweeney is still suffering the backlash, and I think that she will bear the brunt of this ad campaign because a lot of the time that is just the way it goes. When it comes to issues such as this, it's either the woman that's associated with it or the minority that's associated with the drama. In this case, there is no minority here. It's Sydney versus a big brand. The brand is going to get backlash, but it will affect Sydney a lot more because remember, she's reported to have been paid a little bit of money, not a lot. And so for her to also suffer this, for her brand to be suffering this, is going to be a lot more of a loss for her than it will be for American Eagle. American Eagle has moved on to Travis Kelce. They have a collab or something going on with him. And the campaign that they have with him has different types of quote-unquote jeans. Okay, not just the implied jeans in the Sydney Sweeney ad. So it went in a different direction, and obviously there's going to be no backlash because Travis is smart enough, and I'm sure Taylor probably had something to do with this, but he is smart enough to not take that route in promoting his project with American Eagle. So here's the thing. The funny thing about this is that when Sydney Sweeney was asked to be a part of that campaign, I don't know if they told her what the exact words that they were going to use in the ad were. I don't know if she knew that it was going to be that it was going to be phrased that way. It's possible that she just showed up for a photo shoot, okay? Her people got the contract and she showed up for a photo shoot like models do and like celebs do. And they used her photo and they decided to create an ad that she probably had no idea it was going to be phrased that way and had no say in it. So if you look at it from that perspective, it makes sense that she's refusing to apologize because how can you apologize for somebody else's actions if she had no say in it? And on the other hand, Sydney should have been smart enough to recognize that after the backlash started, if she had given a good statement, not an apology necessarily, but some kind of a statement removing herself from the ad and just explaining to people that, you know, she did not play a role in how the ad was phrased, I think that would go a long way to reduce the backlash that she is facing and her brand is facing. You do not always have to be the one at fault to come out and say something positive to your fans so that your brand does not suffer. What a lot of people do not realize is that it's not just your fans that keep you going. Sometimes people that are not necessarily a fan of your work, but if they do not actively take steps against you, that can also help you. But when people, even if your fans support you, if people decide to go out of their way to avoid your work, avoid your films, what movie producer is going to want to have you in the film? What director is going to want to put you in a film knowing that it's not going to perform well just because you're in it? So a lot of the times people are just so focused on their fans, but they're not thinking about the other people that are not necessarily their fans but can still affect their work. One other thing that did not help is that Sydney, I believe she was promoting Americana while this backlash was going on. I don't know why she did that. I don't think that when you're facing a backlash, that is a time to be promoting any type of work. I think you either go away, like stay away from social media, or you just either address it or don't address it. But I don't know if that was a good time for her to promote this movie, because now this movie is like, it had people saying, no, I'm not gonna go see it because she's in it, because the backlash was still actively going on while she was promoting the film. And that did not help at all. And now the film has been released, and despite some people saying that it is a good film, and with all the money and effort and everything that went into it, people are refusing to go see it just because she is in it, which is crazy because this ad was not even her idea. And look at how much she's suffering for it. Meanwhile, American Eagle has moved on to the next big name, and like now they're promoting their Travis Kelce project, and they're not really helping her in any way. They're not talking about her, they're not addressing the issue that she has, and basically they've just dusted their hands and moved on. Which is why it is so important that even if these celebrities are working with big brands, when the big brand makes a mistake and the celebrity's face is attached to that mistake, the celebs have to come out and say something to save their own brand from going down with the big brand. Big brands do this all the time. How many times have we seen a athlete or an actor come out and do something outlandish, maybe something violent, something that's not so great to the public, and they're receiving backlash, and the brand pulls away from the athlete to distance themselves? Like, brands do this all the time, so celebs should do this as well, instead of her like staying in the controversy thinking it's going to help her brand. It's not going to help. It's 2025. People are fed up about a lot of things, and racial issues are very, very tricky, not something you want to play around with. And once it's attached to your name, it is stuck for a very long time, if not forever. There is a reason why Travis decided to have all of those minorities in the ad. There's no way he didn't have a say in that, or his people, I mean. They definitely did have a say. And when you consider how even Taylor Swift, she has a lot of minorities in her when she's performing on stage. It's like a mix, you know. It's not just one particular type of people that look just like her. She has a very good mix of different demographics of people on stage, especially at this her last tour. That was the case. It is very strategic, and it is a very smart thing to do. Racial issues are not something to play around with if you're taking your brand seriously. There are some instances where some brands are very diverse, with their ads and the different campaigns that they do, and it's not because they like the the groups that they feature, it's because it is good for business. That is why. So for her to have leaned into this and not say anything, it almost seems as if she agrees with American Eagle. Whether or not she does, we really don't know because she didn't say. But the way that she acted, people are going to think that she agrees with the ad, which is why she really should have said something. That was not a good time to not address the issue. And then promoting Americana while this backlash is going on is just gonna tie this with Americana, and then it's called Americana, and it's like, it's not good. Plus, why did they decide to release this movie now? Like, could it have waited? Could it have waited until something more positive about Sydney, or people moved on a little bit further from the American Eagle controversy? Why did they release this movie so soon afterwards? It feels too soon, and like they didn't really think it would affect the film, but it did. And I don't know. I wish them all the best. Yeah, if they want to play around with fire, they cannot be surprised that they're getting burned. And it looks like Sydney Sweeney is going to suffer this for a while, because unless she already has other projects she's currently working on, a lot of people are going to take a step away from her for a little bit, because nobody wants to put their money into their work with her and then nothing comes off of it. I mean, less than $1 million on opening weekend that Americana did, that is an abysmal performance. But yeah, that's all I have on Sydney Sweeney and Americana and this American Eagle debacle. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. Bye guys.